Hello everyone, I welcome you all for this session, that is branch instructions in ARM instruction set. In the last session we have covered the comparison instructions and multiplication instructions, so which are the part of the first category, that is data processing instructions in the classification of ARM instruction set. So far we have covered the arithmetic logical operations, simple data transfer instructions, comparison, multiply instructions and all. In this session, so we are going to cover the various branch instructions available in ARM instruction set along with some examples. In branch instructions, as the name itself suggests you, the branch instructions are used to change the flow of execution, or it may be used to call subroutine. The main use of this branch instruction is used to call a subroutine or to change the program flow from one point of the program to another point. That is, if this is the main flow, this is your main program flow. Suppose you want to jump from this point to this point, you can use this branch instructions. And suppose if this is the main program and this is your subroutine, so in order to call this subroutine at this point, then you can call to this subroutine and return from subroutine to the main program. So whenever it is necessary, that is subroutine itself is a separate code. It is written and tested and debugged and stored in some memory, and the address of this subroutine is given to this branch instruction. So it keeps on jumping to that subroutine whenever it is called, and it will be returning back to the main program or the called program. Okay, so this is the function of branch instruction. You remember, branch instructions are used to deviate the program flow from one point to another point. And so while doing so, the PC content, so PC is nothing but register number 15 in ARM register set. This R15 register or the program counter register is changed because the program counter keeps the track of your program. So program counter function is to hold the address of the next instruction to be executed. Suppose this is the first instruction, this is the second one, this is the third one. So you have written, assume that you have written the program in this way. So while the first instruction starts executing, the PC is pointing to the address of the next instruction. So after the completion of this first instruction, the processor goes to the second instruction, then automatically the PC is shifted to the third instruction. Remember, here PC is always incremented by 4 because each instruction in ARM takes 32 bits, nothing but 4 bytes. So all instructions takes same size. So in order to point to the next instruction address, PC is always gets incremented by 4. So this is all about the branch flow. Okay, so now look into the syntax of ARM branch instructions. Here in syntax you can see the instruction field, then the conditional field, then the label where to jump. Okay, so here the instruction refers or represents the actual operation where to branch. This is the branch instruction. Then conditional, so here two types of branch instructions. It may be conditional or unconditional. If you apply this conditional field, so maybe equal, not equal, minus, less, so those conditions fields. For equal you just append EQ letters. Okay, for not equal you use NE letters. So like that, if you apply conditional field to this instruction, that is branch instruction, the branch instruction becomes conditional branch instructions. Means based upon that conditions only the branch instruction executes. And here label indicates the address where to branch. The PC value, that is PC, is loaded with this label. So it means the PC gets updated to this address to jump from the current address to this address. So it contains 3 fields. First one is instruction, then second one is conditional field, then the label. Okay, so we'll move on to the different branch instructions which follows this syntax, the previous syntax. that is syntax number 1 here, instruction, conditional and label. So here the instruction may be just a single letter here. Remember, this B indicates branch. Okay, so you can append conditional field also here, BEQ. So BEQ indicates what? Branch on equal, that is it will check for Z flag. Okay, BEQ, then you can put label here. So it means PC will be copied with this label address, that's it. Okay, so this B, if you write only B, it is unconditional jump, okay, or conditional branch. So this label is just copied to PC. So if initially PC is 1000, the label address is 1004, then 1004 will be copied to PC. Then automatically the program flow begins with this address. Then there is a small change. In place of B, here it is BL. So BL means branch with link. So branch with link means there is a link register, that is it is also called as R14 register in ARM instruction, ARM register set. The function of link register is used to hold the address of the next instruction to be executed. So here the PC is anyhow similar to this B instruction, the label address is loaded into PC. Then LR, nothing but R14. Okay, so this R14 is loaded with address of the next instruction after BL instruction. Usually this BL instruction is used to call or to branch to the subroutine, because after the execution of the subroutine we need to get back into the called program. So that is the process. So we have to give the link between the called and calling program. So in order to establish the link, so we are using this link register. Okay, so these are the functions of B and BL instructions. So let us consider this syntax. In this syntax you see same instruction field, then conditional field again, but in place of label you have RM register. RM is an 32-bit register, so any of the 32-bit registers. Then again instruction refers to the actual mnemonic or shortcut forms of English, so that can be used here. In place of instruction you can use branch instruction mnemonics. Then again same thing, so this conditional field is appended, so in order to execute this branch instruction conditionally. So here the RM is a 32-bit register, so based upon RM, okay, so that value is ANDed with 0x 4f's FFE. Just as we know, so all the ARM words are all the ARM data are stored in word aligned, that is the data is stored always from 0 to 3, then second data is stored from 4 to 7, so like that, word aligned. So it means 4 memory chips are used to store the 4 bytes parallelly. So here, so RM is used to hold the address of the address wait to jump. Okay, so here BX refers branch with exchange. BX refers branch with exchange. As we know, there are two states of operations in instruction set. So it may be a 32-bit set or it may be a 16-bit set. So for 32-bit ARM instruction set, we call it as a ARM state instruction set. For 16-bit subset of 32-bit ARM instruction set, we call it as a thumb state. So it means ARM instructions can be encoded into 16-bit space also. So there we can increase the code density, especially used for mobile applications where the memory constrained devices we are using. So for that reason, so if the program is written in ARM state or the thumb state, there are two states. So if your program is written in ARM state, you have to use the ARM instruction set. So there all the ARM instructions are encoded into 32-bit instruction size. If the instructions are written in thumb space, so there all the instructions are encoded into 16-bit size, that is half word. 32-bit means word, then 16-bit means what? Half word. And now if you want to mix of this 32-bit and 16-bit instructions. You can use it. You can use mix up of those two instruction set, or you can write separately as a 32-bit instructions, or even you can write separately as a 16-bit thumb state also. If the instructions are written in thumb state, we call it as a 16-bit workspace, and if the instructions are written in 32-bit size, then that instruction set we are calling it as the ARM state instructions. Here BX instructions are used to change the state, branch exchange. If the calling instruction, if BX instruction is in ARM state, then in order to jump or in order to branch from ARM state to thumb state, so we have to use this BX instruction. So as we know, the thumb state can be achieved in achieved with the help of T-bit in CPSR register. As we have seen, CPSR content as NZCV. In some examples we have seen that I, F, then T. So whenever T becomes 1, so it means what? It is thumb state. Whenever T is 1, it is thumb state. If T is 0 in CPSR register, so it means it is 32-bit workspace. That is all the instructions which are encoded into 32-bit size. That is ARM state. So in order to exchange the states between the programs, then we need to use BX instruction. So in this BX instruction, this BX follows this syntax. Okay, and even this BX can also be executed conditionally, but BX uses RM in order to hold the address of the program where to jump. So here RM is ANDed with 0xFFE. E means here 110. 110 means here the last bit is 0. So in order to jump from ARM state to thumb state, so this last bit may be made to 1. So in order to make it 0 for word aligned, because the ARM will not obey odd aligned words. Always the data should be stored in word aligned. That is 32-bit data must be stored from 0 to 3, 4 to 7, so like that. So it will not accept the odd addressed data. So here the last bit is ANDed with 0. So it means if somewhere this RM last bit is set to 1, so in order to change the state from ARM to thumb state, or thumb state to ARM state, then this bit is cleared again. If 0 is ANDed with the last bit with the RM, that's the address where to jump. So then automatically this value is loaded into PC register. Then the BX takes the branches to this corresponding address, and also the RM is ANDed with 1. 1 means this is the last bit, this 0001. So if RM is this much, then 1 is ANDed with 0. Suppose if RM last bit, that is bit 0 of RM, is 0, then 0 is ANDed with 1. What you will get? 0 only. So T bit is also 0. It means so the branch taken to ARM state only. Means what? The branch is within the ARM state only. So if RM bit 0, I mean bit 0 of RM equal to 1, that is nothing but 1 here. So 1 is ANDed with 1. What you will get? 1. So that is copied to T in CPSR register. If T equal to 1, so that we call it as a thumb state, where all those instructions related to that program are converted to 16-bit workspace. Okay, so make it simple because it looks like a complicated one, but remember we need to change the state. If you are in the same state, then this T, if you are branching from ARM instructions to thumb state, the T must be set to 1. Otherwise T must make to 0, so in order to jump from thumb state to ARM state. Now look into this third syntax, where here it can be, that is operand address, or the address label may be RM or the label. Okay, so if it is label, then that label is directly copied. This BLX is nothing but branch exchange with link. Similar to the BX instruction, but the link register is used to hold the address of the next instruction after BL. So in order to return from the subroutine, okay, both BL and BLX are used to establish the connection between the called program or the main program to the subroutine. So always in BL and BLX, the LR is used to hold the address of the next instruction, that is after BL instruction. So here, if label is used, this label in this format, then the label is directly copied to PC and T is made to 1, nothing but thumb state. Okay, so if label is used in this BLX instruction, then always assume that this is jumping to thumb state. Then if PC and one more thing, if you are using RM here, okay, if you are using RM, then the same process, previous one, it is ANDed with this FFFE, the last bit is 0. So okay, so the last bit is 0 means that bit is made to word aligned, that address is copied to PC register. Then T is tested based upon the bit 0 of RM. So if bit 0 of RM is 1, then nothing but thumb state. If bit 0 of RM is 0, then it is nothing but the ARM state. So this is the function of BLX instruction. So BLX is nothing but branch exchange with link. So if you are jumping from thumb state to ARM state, then exchange it, but you should know the link. You should know where you have jumped or you have branched. So similarly from ARM state to thumb state as well. Okay, now with the help of this simple example, you can understand branch instruction, that is B, that's the first instruction. So far we have studied B, BL, BX, BLX. B means branch, BL means branch with link. Okay, so means what, there is a role of link register also. In B, the only PC role is there, but in BL or BLX, okay, there we have to use LR as well as PC registers, that is link register as well as program counter register. Now look into this first example. So where this B is nothing but an instruction. Remember, B is an instruction. Forward is a label. So label comes here. Okay, so it means B forward. Here there is no condition applied here. So it means what? This is unconditional jump. So always the jump takes place. It means what? It skips these 3 instructions. These 3 instructions are not executed. Then PC value is loaded with this forward address. This forward address is loaded with this PC. Forward address is loaded with PC. Then usually PC is pointing to this instruction. It is waiting. So if B instruction, after the execution of this instruction, so PC was thinking that, so I have to point to the add instruction. Then when the processor start executing this instruction, I have to point to this instruction. So it's a PC tracking way. But when B forward is used, then PC is shifted from this instruction to this instruction, because this is the address of this instruction. So forward, then after this instruction you have this instruction, this instruction, this instruction. So these 4 instructions are executed, because there is the program flow is changed. That is, the program flow is changed within this program itself. Okay, so this program flow changed to sub instruction directly, means what? It is skipped. It is used to skip these 3 instructions. Then after these 4 instruction execution, you look into this B backward. It's a name. You can give any name here. The label name can be anything, but be careful. You have to use the same letters here also. Whatever the letters we have used here. See here, backward is written wrong here. The K is missing, but here also K is missing. It means what? You have to use the same word here as well as where to jump. So that address is also should be same letters. So then only match occurs, and this comes to backward. Backward again contains these 3 instructions. These 3 instructions are executed. Nothing but this backward address is loaded into PC. Then again it goes to this instruction address, executed, and this is executed. Once again it comes here. Now the question is, when it will get exits from this group? The answer is no. So this is what be backward. These three instructions means these three instructions are always executing and they kept under infinite loop. So it keep on executing this instruction. Okay, this is infinite loop. Fine. So we'll move on to the next example. So where we are using BL instruction. See here, BL. BL means branch to branch with link. So it means here BL instruction, during the execution of BL instruction, so the PC is pointing to, actually PC is pointing to the comparison instruction. Okay, so this is the address where to jump. Okay, that is nothing but a subroutine. So maybe some few instructions are written here, and this is the total subroutine code here. And more importantly, you need to understand this instruction, because there is no RET instruction, there is no return instruction, as we have seen in 8051 or 8086 subroutine. The last instruction of the subroutine is RET. If it is interrupt subroutine, it is RET from interrupt, return from RET I. But in ARM instructions, there is no return instructions. So in order to return from subroutine, you need to load the PC with the value of LR, because during the execution of this BL, branch with link, the PC is changed to subroutine. Before that, the link register, so the link register is loaded with the address of this instruction. Nothing but the content of PC is copied to LR initially, then the branch taken place. So from here to subroutine, so after the completion of the subroutine, if the last instruction is this one, that is move PC comma LR, that is see here in BL instruction, branch with link. So whenever the branch with link instruction is executed, this subroutine address, nothing but here, this branch takes place to this subroutine. Then after the completion of this subroutine, after the completion of this subroutine, because the branch taken to this address. Okay, so after the completion of this subroutine, the last instruction should be move PC comma LR. So in order to return from this subroutine to again to this main program. Fine. So here remember, there is no return instructions, direct return instructions. Always we have to use move PC comma LR, because during BL instruction move LR comma PC, so it's nothing but the PC value is copied to LR before branch. Okay, so this is branch with link. Usually branch with links are nothing but the call return instructions in 8051 or 8086. Now we'll move on to the next example. In this example, you see we are using BX instruction, that is branch exchange. Okay, so let us start with the code 32 is a directive indicating that 32-bit word aligned. 32-bit word aligned means, it means, so after converting all these instructions must be converted and stored it in 32-bit space. Okay, so and this is code 16 as a directive, so indicates that all the instructions after this code 16 are converted to 16-bit workspace, means each are encoded into 16-bit data or binary codes. So now our aim is to change the state from ARM state to thumb state. Now assume that this is ARM code, this is thumb code. Okay, so ARM instructions are how many here? There are 3 instructions. Assume that this is what ARM program, and this is what thumb program. Okay, so now in this instruction LDR R0 comma equal to thumb code plus 1, it's a load constant instructions, will be covered later. So this instruction loads the address of thumb code. This is the address of thumb code plus 1. Plus 1 is used to enter into the thumb state, because all the data here are word aligned. So LSB is always 0. Last bit is always 0 for the any code. So in order to make it 1, we have to add 1 here. Then we are copying the return address, that is PC. The address of this instruction is copied to LR register. Then BX R0. R0 contains BX branch with link, branch to thumbs code and state. So assume that this R0 contains this thumb code plus 1. So nothing but thumb code address, nothing but the address of the first instruction, that is add R1 comma hash 1. Then after this instruction, assume that we have thumb code, that's only one instruction, that is add R1 comma hash 1 here. Then after this instruction, then we have used BX LR. So it means LR means what? This is the address where we have stored, that is nothing but this instruction address. So it returns from ARM, returns to ARM code from thumb state. So it means it returns to thumb state, and again R0 anyhow it is word aligned, because this BX instruction itself is the PC itself and this R0, that's the last bit is written. Then this ARM state will be continued here. So this is how you can change the state from ARM state to thumb state. And if you have written BX instruction in thumb code, how it is changed to ARM state. Okay, so now from this we have understood the syntax of different branch instructions, so because it's necessary for programming. And also we have learnt different kinds of branch instructions, and we have used some examples how the branch instructions are operated. So we'll see some assignment for this, starting with we'll start with the multiple choice questions, that is which of the following instruction is used to return from the subroutine. You just guess the answer for this. Move LR comma PC, move PC comma LR, move PC comma main, or none. This is the return instruction from the subroutine. As I said, there is no return instructions in ARM instruction set. We have to use move instruction itself in order to come back, so in order to return back to our main program or the card program. The answer is B, that is move PC comma LR, because the LR holds the return address. So if you copy return address into the PC will again keep the track of your next instruction or the program. Next, the question is BX stands for branch with exchange, branch with exclusive OR, branch, none of the above. The answer is branch exchange. No, actually it is option is C, that is address of the instruction after BL. If it uses the same instruction, then it will come to again BL instruction. So nothing but if this is the flow, if this is the BL instruction, that is BL instruction you see here. Okay, so this is BL instruction, so this may be another instruction. So if it jumps to some subroutine, okay, then after this is the last instruction, that is move PC comma LR is the last instruction. So it should come to the instruction after BL, not to the BL instruction. You see, if it comes to the same BL instruction, that is current instruction, then again it jumps and it makes an infinite loop here. Okay, so the option is C. So that is address of the instruction after BL. So this is the instruction, then the continuation to the main flow. Okay, so we'll see now. Next, B instruction is a conditional, unconditional, control and uncontrolled. So you can guess the answer for this B instruction is, this is answer B, that is unconditional. We have not applied any condition here, because if you apply condition like this, say for example B equal, that is BEQ. So this instruction is nothing but conditional branch instruction. It will jump to that corresponding address only Z flag is set to 1. Okay, so this is all about the multiple choice questions. We'll move on to the next one. BEQ instruction is executed only when. So as I said, the BEQ is an conditional branch instruction. So it is executed only when N flag, Z flag, C flag and V flag equal to 1. Equal, as we have seen even in TEQ instruction, test on equality, their XOR operation is performed. So that is basically for Z flag, that is answer is B. Now coming to this instruction, that BLX instruction stands for branch with link, branch and link, branch load exchange, branch exchange without link, branch exchange with link. The answer is branch exchange with link. Okay, so now move on to the next slide. Okay, so in this multiple choice questions, branch instructions are used to halt the program flow, change the program flow, speed up the program flow, slow down the program flow. The answer is B, that is change the program flow. Got the idea? So always branch instructions are used to deviate from one point to another point in the program. Let us move on to the next question. Which flag is used to change the process state from ARM state to thumb state and vice versa? As we have seen in CPSR, flag bits and control bits, CNZ, CV, IFT mode. In that, which bit is used? The answer is C, that is thumb flag. So that's a control flag. Whenever the processor state changed from ARM to thumb or thumb to ARM, then this bit is varied. If it is 1 means the processor is operating under thumb state, means all the instructions are decoded into 16-bit workspace. If it is 0 indicates all the instructions are executed in 32-bit workspace, means all the instructions are decoded into encoded into 32-bit workspace. Now we'll move on to some descriptive questions or the question banks based on branch instructions. The first one is explain ARM thumb networking using BX instructions. It means so how you can transfer from ARM state to thumb state or thumb state to ARM state with the help of BX instructions. So we have shown the example already. So from that instruction you can use it. And the second example, second question, that is explain with an example how to interface subroutine using BL instructions. So we have shown already. Explain how branch instructions are used to create infinite loop with an example. That is B backward, what we have shown here. So that is what it is used to create the infinite loop. That is B is what unconditional jump. Then the fourth one, differentiate B and BL instructions. So it means so B is what unconditional jump, but the return will not come. So it means what so whenever it takes the jump, then always it continues from there. But BL means so it always holds the return address. So wherever it jumps to some subroutine or some part of the program, then from that it has to be returned. That is link register holds the value. And the fifth one, suggest an example to use unconditional branch instructions. That so many conditions are there, so you can use any of the conditional field in order to test your branch instructions. Usually after comparison instructions, these branch instructions with the conditions are used. So in many programs, comparison along with the conditional branch instructions are used in order to implement assembly level programs. So I thank you one and all. So I thanks to our moderator sir Santakumar Nayak sir and our expert Rangashamaya sir, and I thankful to all our colleagues. So we have involved directly or indirectly to develop this e-content to deliver this lecture. So thank you one and all.